My brother's lazy girlfriend moved in with me and claims that she is pregnant, but I found out the truth and kicked them both out. My brother has been on and off with his girlfriend for a couple of years now. It's been the same song and dance, they're happy for a few weeks, then something small happens. They argue, it gets really nasty, and they make up and back to a loving couple. When I learned my brother got kicked out of his apartment and needed a place to stay, I offered him the extra room in my apartment and my brother agreed to pay rent, help with bills, and pitch in with food. For 3 months now, she's been announcing she's pregnant. She alone will eat a snack box with 50 small bags of chips in a week. I tried to reason with her and get her to cut back, not only from overeating, but she was running us low on food. But she insists she and the baby are healthy and it's just cravings, blah, blah, blah. Since last month, most of what my parents sends to my house, my brother's girlfriend is the first to get into it, and a large portion of it is gone by a few days to a week. From a 24 case of Monster, the energy drink if you're not familiar, 8 will be gone in a week from just her. She eats a hell of a lot of food too, most of which no pregnant woman should be consuming so much of, and yes, I know all pregnancies are different, but words can't explain how much she eats in one sitting. So today I had seen her drinking coffee, and after her second cup, I asked her if she should be drinking so much, and she said her doctor told her it was fine and she had no worries. When I suggested she take on a healthier diet for the baby, she just scoffed and walked out. I went and asked my brother if he's been to any of her doctor appointments or even seen a positive pregnancy test, and he said he didn't. I confronted her about it and she said she didn't have to prove anything and started to get defensive. I told her she needed to show a test or some proof of going to the doctor, or she needs to move out as she doesn't help at all. My brother started defending her and changed his answer from not seeing any proof to seeing her pregnancy test. My parents got word of what I said, and my mom says I was in no place to say anything, and every woman's body is different, and I wouldn't know since I've never been pregnant. Ada, my brother still buys her tampons monthly, and I know this because he goes with me when I buy mine. She drinks 2 cups of coffee a day, along with a Monster that's a ton of caffeine. Update. Okay, so I gave my brother and his girlfriend the 30-day notice, and they were to leave this Friday. But as of last Friday, I have my place to myself again. Basically, they fed me a bunch of lies since I gave them the 30-day notice. First, it was, she can't get an appointment or an ultrasound because of all of the COVID-19 patients. Then, brother's GF shows me a sonogram picture from her phone that I later found on Google Images. I asked why it was on her phone. She said it was emailed to her after her doctor's appointment that she couldn't get. Then my brother brought home baby clothes last week to sell the lie, I guess, but they weren't clothes for a newborn. It was a lot of 9 to 12 months and 2 tons. When I asked him why none were proper clothes for newborns, he said, so he can grow into them. I didn't bother to ask any more questions because I knew it was going to be lies on top of lies. Then Friday, I got home to them arguing and at each other's throats. Eventually, I called the cops because they weren't letting up. At this point, they both had come clean with the truth. Brother's truth. His GF is the reason he was kicked out of his place. Then she needed a place to stay because her parents kicked her out, so she forced him to let her stay in my house by faking being pregnant. He said after the first month he knew she wasn't pregnant because she got her period, but she forced him to keep up the lie, so I'd let her stay. GF's truth. Brother invited her to stay at my place, and to make sure I wouldn't say no, he told her to fake a pregnancy and I'd be sympathetic. Won't go into detail, but I'm 100% certain that part she said was true, and I wouldn't question her using tampons as he'll make up a lie for her. She said he told her to eat up all of the food because it'll make it all seem legit. So that's about all. I'm still unsure who's telling the truth, but they both got all of their belongings and went their own way, so it's not my problem anymore.